into it. We are going to start off in the bottom right corner of the map. Our blue Zerg player here in the bottom right corner, currently teamless after being his contract not getting renewed by Vitality. This is going to be Solar in the bottom right corner of the map. Top left, our Red Terran from Team Liquid. We have ourselves Clem. Game 1 of this best of 3 series. Well, Gumiho did not put up a fight against Clem. Trap did not put up a fight against Clem. Will Solar be able to put up a fight against Clem today? Watched Clem Solar the other day. Clem looked pretty good in this matchup, and Solar unfortunately just kind of got bounced around in it, so I guess we'll see if Solar can do a little bit better this time around. Again, we'll start on West at least, so a slight server advantage, if nothing else here, to get things underway. I mean, yeah, that's not really affected Clem at all so far, so not being a big issue. As we do have our Overlord continue to move about, heading across for the moment. Reaper and Orbital will just come about, and the drone moves down to the low ground. Spawn and pool coming up, a hatchery about to finish. Drone or two on the way out as well. And again, the Orbital Command and Command Center continuing to build into place. The supply depot starts up from Clem. A couple of drones popping out from the hatchery. This drone moves over to the third base. SCV just sits out the front. Hatch on that natural. SCV will patrol a little bit. A couple of Lings we're looking to step forward right there. We're going to turn back around and go back onto that set of rocks, so we'll start up with that right now. Factory on the way through. Command Center building, reactor coming by. And again, the Reaper is just going to come and jump up in towards the main base. You'd pay money to see Clem play / practice versus Archon mode. But kind of like what all those times that Raynor played the ZVT practice in Archon mode as well. I think there's a very few players who would be able to play the Archon side of that effectively enough, you know, because you would have to have a very good communication, right? Like, really just be in sync, otherwise you're almost hurting each other. We took a map off the Max Pax Mana Harston Trail. Down. Couple of Cyclones building, as we do have the few drones continuing in as well. Ling speed coming up, Queen on the way. We actually are going to get a creep tumor at the front already. More Cyclones about to pop. Ling speed is on the way through. Let's have ourselves, obviously, with these Cyclones popping out. Clem a bit of a non-standard opener. We've seen him play quite a few Cyclones today, but it's going to be in another matchup. And we don't typically see Cyclones in this matchup that often, so yeah, 2 Cyclones. And what's interesting is it's 2 more Cyclones behind that as well. So it's going to be 4 Cyclones total. As the Queens gather up, the Reaper steps forward. A Queen or 2 will go back the other direction. Cyclones are going to be there. And the Cyclone's already locking onto the Queen. That first Queen going to go down. Wow, first Cyclone's already delivering. I guess this is because of the later Ling speed. Clem, I guess he saw that when he scouted in the main base, the gas timing. So he knows it's a later Ling speed, so these Cyclones are able to get through and do very well right now while there's no Ling speed available. Third and fourth Cyclones showing up shortly, now switching it into 3 racks behind it. All of that going to be done off the back of the triple CC, so big economy. That Overlord in some trouble. One of those things you don't really want to chase because you're going to be chasing into Queen damage, but now there's going to be a third and fourth Cyclone. There's also going to be Ling speed, so this is very different now because Ling speed is available, and this is where the Lings do very well, and this is why Cyclones are oftentimes just not used. You get one more Queen. Resource loss is going to favor Solar after all of that. And that's just because Cyclones aren't cheap units. 4 Cyclones dead. 9 Lings, 3 Queens going down. As Cyclones pulling back around to that left-hand side. System back halfway done. A few more Marines coming up. The starport building. Depots in the wall. Going to hold and wall off there. Hold that position. The rest of the Zerglings will Set up to perhaps run through the natural. Impact will be finishing shortly. The engineering bays are done soon. Still got the SCVs coming up. The Marines are in production. Our Lings are gathering. The 1-1 upgrades obviously start up on the engineering base. That means that we're going to get into that quickly. Like I said, Clem was straight to these 3 barracks after that Cyclone production. The one thing the one thing Solo will take from all of this is that he's going to have great creep spread. Right now, because the Cyclones are dead, there's no map control from Clem, so the creep can just push out without issue. There's no Hellions to push that back at all. So that is going to be a big deal, as a few more Zerglings are going to get back to the front, heading up to the top. Combat shield starting from Clem. As the medevacs pop, obviously that will be some of his map control regained. However, if he takes his Marines across the map, he's not going to have anything at home to play defense, and that's why this group of Lings sitting on the map is going to be extremely good, because it gives Sola a real good opportunity to kind of punish Clem if he tries to retake map control here. Now Clem will start to step forward. Only has a couple Marines really left behind. One Ling sees those Marines moving. We're going to wait a little bit, let them get a bit further out on the map, and then you strike. That should be the plan here for Solo, as Clem is going to get to the creep spread. And that's perfect, because now you want these Marines to turn around. You don't want them to deny loads of your creep. The Marines that are here, though, are actually going to be good and honestly just well positioned. So Solo's just going to cancel the right side base. Now he is double expanding. He's got the bottom side base coming online too. Clem has not dropped a scan all the way across here. It's kind of surprising, as he is going to load up into the medevacs. Back away up the right side. And just going to go over to the corner. Medevacs load again. Command center coming up. Melee upgrades, Baneling speed, all on the way out. Hydralisk Den is building from Solar as well. We get that on the go. And Marines and Medevacs on the right will step down onto the low ground again. A couple of creep teams getting picked away at. The Ling Bane continuing to come across there. And we're just going to unload back over on the right side behind those 2 refineries. Step forward once more as our Queens continue through. The Ling Bane continues to get there as well. And these Marines are going to now go after this hatchery. More Ling Bane wants to try and get into position here. The Banes are going to roll up. Nice target fire in the first group of Banelings. We do not lose a single Marine there initially. We drop into the third, or think about dropping into the third. Instead, we're going to lift up and drop into the main base. He's just going to dive. A couple of creep teamers go down. Queen's going to be getting whacked. Queen's taking a lot of damage, and we are going to see those medevacs loading back up and pulling away once more. Nice little grabs from Clem. Resources lost now is 900 to 1900. Remember that Clem was at something like 800 to 600. He just killed a bunch more Ling Bane over here as well, so Clem's efficiency is starting to go through the roof. Marines step down to the low ground. Drilling claws coming through. The additional Marines coming up. Plus 2 attackers on the way. The Widow Mines are building. Sensor Tower coming by also. Medevac still on that bottom corner as the few Marines will go for a few more Lings. Lings just keep on dropping. We're going to turn around. Tanks are going to shoot away at the Lings as well. The Banes continue to run into this. Marines continue to step backwards. A few more Banes getting shot down as we go. We do have Clem in full retreat mode back to the north. Bane, Hydra continue to come on through. Another couple of Marines coming about. Hydra's going to get jumped on again. Solo's supply is already dropping down quite badly as one medevac alive here. Needs to be careful of where it goes. The spore crawl is all over the place, and that medevac is low on HP already. Marines step up. A few more creep teamers going down. Hydras and Lings will come forward as well. A couple of Banes coming through, and we having another load up. But I'm still getting pushed back as the Ling Hydra force comes in once again. In a few moments, obviously Clem able to get a lot done there. Good amount of pushing already being done. Marines, Widow Mines setting up. The medevacs will rejoin together. Ourselves, the Marines are loading into the bottom corner. A couple of drones going down. The extractor taking damage also. Widow Mine tries to line up onto the Ling Bane. The rest of the Marines coming about as well. 2-2 upgrades still coming through. The +2 melee upgrade coming in. Widow Mines will try and burrow. Oh, the friendly fire into the Marines! Sola needed something, and some friendly fire might just help him out a little bit. Sola doing what Sola does best, which is hang on in there until lurkers are out and turn the game, flip the script on with the lurkers. That's what he does all of the time, and it's definitely seeming what he's on his way to doing right now. As those Marines get a few more Zerglings, the Medivacs come around the right-hand side. We push down this ramp, a few more Banes morph in. A couple of those Banes will go down nigh on immediately. Now, Widow Mines want to drop through here. 1, 2, 3, 4 Drilling Claws available. So 2 at least will burrow. Third one trying to just go towards the, try and go towards the drones. Retargets on the Overlords a couple of times. Lings will be there. We reburrow. But there is detection, apparently. Or it was just the final shot was good enough. I'm backing up the right-hand side. Actually going to come in from the left as well. It's going to be a concave of Clem against those units of Solar, who starts the seismic spines. The countdown, the final countdown to Lurkers being fully available here is now on. If we can get to those Lurkers, then you gotta like it a little bit more for Solar. You gotta like what he can potentially do from that right. It gives you a little bit more hope, if nothing else, as the Lings step up again. Bio gonna be there. The Ling Bane getting turned around once more. Solar is going to live, I think, to see the Lurkers on the field, and that's exciting for us because it gives us a much better game. Because I think it's oftentimes, the case where Clem just kind of pops off and the Zerg really struggles to get anywhere. And in this case, Solar's going to do, I can say what I think Solar does best, which is getting to those Lurkers. The only thing I would say is that Solar's not super rich getting to these Lurkers. Widow Mine shots are great here. That's a little concerning. This is a bad fight for Solar suddenly. Clem's going to go back down the right-hand side. He'll keep on split pushing until he's given a reason not to, which probably would be just be kind of Lurkers starting to set up and making it impossible to really fight in with some of these units. Clem's actually going to find his way all the way down to this hatchery, which is already half HP. Medivac in the corner gets Parasitic Bomb down. The hatchery will live here. Widow Mine's again putting some serious work in, though. Clem's resources lost is actually not that great. Only 1k difference, so credit to Solar. He's doing what he needs to keep hanging on in this. As Clem goes Fusion Core, Starport, Liberators. He's going to ready up for the next phase of this game. I think he realizes he's going to need something to help him fight against the Lurkers here. So he's going to start going toward that right now. Obviously, Ghost will be an important addition as well at some point in the near future, you would imagine. Widow Mine, Bio, Ghost. Start to step forward. A couple more Ghosts in production. The Lib's coming out. I'm just continuing to try and patrol and find damage and pressure as best as possible for now. Medivac gets grabbed. Another Widow Mine burrows up. We continue down to the bottom here. Well, Widow Mine's getting shots off. Ling Bane taking hits. Nice, the main going to be finishing up. Bio still coming down that right-hand side. Ling Bane higher to join together. Just going to see the Ling Bane going to take some hits here. Ghost going to be there to absorb a few shots as well. Bio continuing to fight against those Lings. Nidus went up in the main base. Looks like Clem's on his way to deal with it, and didn't look like Solar got anything out. So the Nidus gets up, but not going to be able to capitalize. That's a shame. Now Clem's going to be a bit more on top of denying those Nidus networks from here on out. You'd imagine he's being alerted to them. He's going to be a bit more ready to play around them. +3 armor is about to finish up. Additional Libs halfway done. Marine Marauder popping out still. +2 missiles is starting. The Banelings on the way. 15 is coming over. +3 melee finishing. Now the Ling is going to try and jump onto the Bio units as the Medivacs will load up and pull back over to the right side. Ghost Libs, Widow Mine, missile turrets all coming through. We are going to continue down the left. A couple of Ghosts are going to get there. Widow Mines continue to burrow up. Okay, Hydra going to press forward as well. Another Widow Mine shot into quite a few of those Lings. Bane's continuing to push this back. The Ghosts are going to line up some snipes. One Overseer already going down. Going to step down this ramp as well. A couple of those Marauders in the front. Banelings crashing through. Banes keep on crashing through. Quite a few Ghosts eating the Baneling shots. Clem, he's going to have units on the other side, by the way. I don't want to look away from this fight just yet. Maybe now as we see Clem getting cleaned up. He's also going to have Lurkers in this mineral line. The Liberators are there to try and help, but yeah, taking a bit of damage. I think we will save this base, though. So this isn't actually all that ideal for Solar. This is a lot of Lurkers lost. The win for Solar here was honestly across the map. This army did extremely well. Clem will lose a base off the back of this. Has to lift that up and retreat it. Might even lose the CC if the Hydras can get it in time. Nice networks there will be cleaned out. Solar still has the momentum on this left side of the map and going to push down this ramp and in towards this left side base. That planetary fortress immediately in some trouble. Widowmine shot hits the Overseer. The Banes are going in. That's going to be a second base kill as the planetary fortress goes down. 26 SCVs along with it. And that is a major push from Solar. Wins a fight, gets forward, gets rid of 2 bases on the left side of the map from Clem. Continue to expand and take economy of your own. Beautiful. Mass Liberator sieging up here. Hydra Bane going to get pushed back around. Bio is going to get to the bottom side, picking away at the hatchery also. Nidus Network sets up as we come on over. Lane Bane Hydra continues to move. Liberator's are going to siege again. Widowmine shot goes off. Ling's taking damage. Bane's coming forwards. Liberator is sieging. Hydras will come forward. The rest of the Bio Ghosts continue through. Snipes across the board here. A few Banes are going to crash into the Ghosts. Those Ghosts are stuck. Solar has a little bit of money to rebuild with. Not tons of it, though. If another Knight is building up, that's not going to last forever. Liberator on top of it anyways. No point popping units out of that. That Liberator is going to go and get picked off by the Hydralisks. Bio units coming over as well. Hydra's getting chased. Overseer morphing will probably be killed. Solar definitely taking a lot of wins in the last few moments, but doesn't want to overextend. Doesn't want to lose a chunk of units for no reason. So you've got to be very careful about and around that idea. Something to be cautious of. Bio, Liberator, Ghost, Mine, pushing around the left. Hydra's going to get over there. A couple shots coming about. Widowmine's going to shoot. Kaboom for the big set of Lings. Going to be seeing the Knights coming up to the top side. Advanced Ballistics coming over. Just going to be having the Lings coming over as well. Clem's supply is just keeping on dropping. Solar's army supply is kind of dropping with Clem's. And one Hydra is slowly getting rid of these libs, which are actually getting some good damage done. While that Ghost will just lift back up. Widowmine's here trying to play cleanup as well. Still move up. There's going to be seen on Marines. Ghost, Widowmine's firing. Bang, bang. Ling's going down immediately. The Overseers come back over. Advanced Ballistics still on the way in. The extra Marines continue to come out. Ling Hydra is still producing. Just having another Widowmine going to get set up. A couple of Ghosts are going to snipe down some extra Hydras. Again, Clem trying to hang on for dear life. Solar just has the eco to keep on rebuilding. And he should be able to stay a bit more competitive on that army supply for now. Extra lurkers burrow up. Not burrow up, but morph in. 10 of them on the way. Hydra Bane. Lurkers coming through. Extra drones on the way. Widowmine going to shoot. A couple of Lings go down already. Widowmine firing again. Lurkers are going to be going back into that Nidus. Game kind of slows and settles, but I don't think that's a bad thing for Solar. Let that economy sink in a little bit. Let that army supply rise up and get to that overwhelming force that I don't know if Clem can really deal with right now here on Oceanborn. Fire Ghost gets here. A couple drones go down. We will see Lings, Vipers, Banes as well coming across. Nice Parasite Bomb. That medevac is guaranteed to die. Losing some drones, far right-hand side. This drop is going to get the majority of this mineral line. Solar has a lead, doesn't want to give up easy advantages right now, such as, well, yeah, exactly that, basically. This is looking nice, though, because he's got lurkers over here. This base is going to go down. All those SCVs will follow. Mass SCV kills. This base gets pushed back, too. Clem is reduced down to 3 bases. He has been fighting a losing battle in this game for a little while now, and that's not going to stop as Lingvein Hydra pushes on forwards, and Clem is really on his last legs of a defense. He's still trying to drop. He's still trying to keep this interesting. Hydra Ling is just going to go in. Medevac getting punched. Queen's going to fight. Clem's going to say GG. He cannot regain control of this game, and Solar did what Solar does best. He gets into a scrappy game where he's barely hanging on for dear life, He gets the lurkers. Not very often we say this one, but in the top left-hand side, down a game. Our Red Terran player, our world champion of StarCraft 2, Team Liquid's Clem. Bottom right, our blue Zerg representing no team right now. You are a team owner randomly watching the Wardy stream. Pick this guy up. He's a beast. Absolutely well worth having to aid your roster. It is Solar in the bottom right corner of Site Delta. We are going to see Clem low ground barracks, indicating most likely multiple barracks and Reapers on the way early. Yo, Terranzoid, my man, over on the YouTube with the super chat, coming in with the 10 euros. Yay, TvZ! Hell yeah, thank you so much for the 10 euros, mate. Appreciate it, as always. Our MVP superstar, Terranzoid. Thank you so much for the support, mate. Really appreciate it as a couple of barracks come online, and we do have hatch gas and spawning pool coming in. This will be central for Clem, so a little bit of a better server than game number 1 was. Game 1 was on West. Giving Solar a little bit of an edge ping-wise. Can Solar join the rest of our star-studded lineup in the playoffs, guys? We've got MaxPax and Showtime repping Protoss, Rogue and Shin repping the Zerg, Spirit, Oliveira, and Clem repping Terran right now. Can Solar join us as an additional Zerg player in that competition? That is what we sit and ask ourselves right now. The Mushki, thank you so much, the Prime. Appreciate it. Are there Max Packs games on my YouTube? Oh, yes, you can bet there's Max Packs games on my YouTube. There are a lot of Max Packs games on YouTube. Max Packs is one of those players where, like, a lot of the time, whoever he's playing against, it's worth uploading. People love watching Max Packs. So, yeah, you can find tons of Max Packs on the YouTube channel. We're going to start a harass here, but nothing too major. We get a couple of lings. Solar going to go for the Baneling Bust counterattack, so he's going to try and abuse these Reapers. This is the side of the map where these reactors and depots are going to be exposed together. So it's going to be a great position to jump on there, as we are going to be seeing the Queen very nearly able to get a Reaper kill there. Do you sneak that third hatchery down? Queen in trouble. Not ideal. As, whoa, the Reapers! I feel like the Lings maybe could have had a surround there. They miss a chance. Reaper's going to keep the pressure up. Yo, Andy Figueroa, 79. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits here on the channel. Appreciate it, as we are going to see those Lings having to back it up. At some point as Clem, you're going to see even more Lings popping. You got to be a little bit concerned about that. Couple of units moving about. Reaper's going to get caught in the corner here, which is interesting. Some of the Lings is going to run across. Obviously, this is where Clem is going to start figuring out what's up. There is a bunker on the way, as Clem will have a few more Lings showing up onto his Reapers here. I think this is not going very well for Solar so far, as these Lings have been taking a beating. The Reapers have obviously done a lot so far. Now a bunker's going to be up as well. Seems like a huge deal. Bane's going to roll into that. I mean, like I say, there is a bunker, and it's very well positioned. It's going to be surface area completely reduced as the Banes crash through. We have a couple of Banes left over. The Lings are going to go chasing those Reapers down. I don't think Clem's really going to care about that. He's actually only going to kill one. The other three get away. A couple of Banelings here can be target fired. One goes down. Second one doesn't do much. Third one goes down. Solar is not going to succeed in this breakthrough. It didn't look like there was hope for that at any single point, to be honest, as Clem is going to tie this up 1-1 and win. Let's get this started on up. Top right hand side, our blue Terran player. This is going to be from Team Liquid. We have Clem with the defense to make this 1-1. In the bottom left, our red Zerg player Solar Extractor trekking it up to begin the first few moments of this game, getting this up and running. SCV gonna patrol. Racks will go down. Refinery will be on the way. SCV producing. Get that on the way. Overlord moving about. Reaper in the orbital coming through, getting set up for a couple of moments. SCV going through the watchtower. Reaper on the way. Command center building up. Reaper popping. Factory is on the way. A couple of queens and lings continue to come about for the moment. We get that on the go here. SCV moves about again. Factory coming up. Hatch and the gas coming in as well. Reaper pulls back across again. Factory coming through. A few drones and a hatch coming up as well. Drones continue to produce. Factory will start a couple of Hellions. Barracks moves over to the side. We're still patrolling. Again, a couple of queens. The drone, the hatchery on the way up here early. Still patrolling out the front. Hatch coming through. The couple of queens are building. The lings already jumping onto the set of rocks over here as well. It's just a little bit of damage done. Nothing too crazy. Again, a very peaceful opener this time around, of course, compared to what we just saw with the Reapers into the Ling Bane Burst return. Hellion step up, Reaper as well. We are going to see the couple Lings coming through. The single Zergling is taken down. Queen going to keep putting damage in. 2 Hellions and a Reaper into the main mineral line is a concern. That's enough to really do some serious damage. We hit the Queen multiple times there as Clem, though. That could have been shots towards the drones already. Great pull away. The drones may be losing mine time, but these units have not killed anything. Now a couple of Lings will go down. Now a drone falls. Okay, we actually had a second drone dead there, and 6 Lings have died as well. Now 2 Hellions show up on the natural. Queens together here will just step up, and that should... Okay, actually ends up being 3 more drone kills. Clem gets 5 workers, but he's going to lose like 4 Hellions. The Reaper... It's a... Okay, 3 Hellions and a Reaper. Let's get back to the center. Lingspeed coming up, Stimpack, Cloaking, Banshee, all coming through. A couple of Hellions continue in. Hellions will come back forward as well. Lingspeed continues up. For the moment, the Ling's going to come back across. Continue to play forward here. Queens continue to set up. The drone's going to get jumped on. Queens will get active once again. 2 of those drones keep on going down. So 4 workers being killed. The Spore's coming up. The Queen's on the way through. All those Hellions getting jumped on as well. 5 workers being killed right now. It's going to get rid of another Hellion. Just going to be seeing our Queens pushing the Hellion back out into the center as well. Queen's going to shoot. Banshee's going to get shoved away. Again, Cloaking and Stimpack continue to come around. Banshee settles. Again, Cloak still on the way in. Stimpack coming up. Command Center's halfway done. The Lair and the drones continue to produce on the side of Solar. Roach Drone is building as well. You have a couple of Banshees coming through. Going to start getting rid of some creep out the front as well. Well, double Banshee, cloaked, but there's a Spore Crawler already. Queen's getting into position. First Banshee's already kind of low. And these Banshees will not do much at all just yet. They do get pushed away. They do get shoved back. That is a nice defense. Around the back, a couple of drones going down. And she's shooting. Queen's still taking damage. Smokeroller going to get killed off there. Hellions are going to be there. Lings get turned back around. The Queen going to be there as well. Going to fight the Hellions too. And combat shield coming up. The siege tank is on the way in. Approach speed building. And Queen's just going to shoot. Hellions are going to be chased. Ling's going to get a little bit of a shutdown. Drones pull in. That Hellion will fall. 3 drones being killed again. 1-1 upgrades and combat shield still coming through on the side of Clem. Approach speed coming up. The extra drones and extractors on the way. With a hatchery down on the 4th base as well. We continue to get that up and running. And she's going to sit there. Hatchery will take some damage. Solo is going to sit 6-7 drones to the 60 SCVs of Clem. As his roaches continue through. Roach speed finishing. Let's see what upgrades he gets off the Evo Chambers. See if he's really going to stick to a roach style. Or if he's going to focus on kind of switching towards Lings and Banes in the near future. He is going to go missiles. Okay, so missiles on the way. Infestation Pit 2. Solo. Different vibe from what we saw in that first game of the series. Marine tank is on the push. Clem coming across the map. Espresso is going to get tested a little bit. Kind of a little scary when you're playing roaches if those tanks ever get into position and can start dealing damage. But the tanks actually pull back and play defensive. The Marines will continue forward. Medevacs overhead. Marines moving across. Again, 1-1 missile upgrades coming about. 1-1 on the side of Clem. And compressor shells building. The Marines are going to stem forward and go after some roaches as well. Load back up, we peel back away. Marines boosting back over to the right side in those medevacs. Just for now. Still got 1-1 then building up on the side of Solar. Hydrodan, Hive, all of that continues through. The 5 additional drones in production, 4 more roaches on the way out. Siege tank popping out in a moment. Again, Marines, Medevacs, the Banshee coming through as well. Just going to have ourselves the Hive and Lurker Den continuing forward. Just going to get ourselves a Roach. I'm still sitting back a little bit. Solo getting towards the Lurkers. Obviously, this time will be Roach Lurker. Still expect later in the game to move into more kind of Ling Lurker, but Roach Lurker for the moment. This is where the tanks can do great, because tanks are great against Roaches. Tanks can do great against Lurkers. It's very hard to push in anywhere with the Lurkers when the tanks are all set up wonderfully as well, right? Because the tanks will be sieging. Our units stepping forward. Group teamers will begin to go down. Queen's on that right-hand side. Taking some shots. The Roach Ravager comes back through. Tanks continue to fire away. A couple of Queens going to get blasted. The Marines will regather themselves. And again, that Lurker Den is about to complete. A couple of Roaches coming through. The Viper on the way. Hydralisk in production as well. Just seeing our Roach Ravager Hydra Force continue to step forward here. A couple siege tanks trying to fire back in return. Position already looking good for Clem. I mean, Lurkers are now on the way up. Great, but already taking some damage. Corrosive Boulder with the Medevacs. Hatchery is going to go down here, no doubt. So you lose your base. And Clem keeps on pressing forwards with these siege tanks. Solar's tournament life depends on this defense. He cannot lose this game if he wants to advance to the round of 8. As here we go, the Lurkers are going to step up. Roach Ravager, Hydra stepping up. A couple more Corrosive Files. Medevacs pulling back. Viper, Queen's going down. Queen's going down on the right side. Solar's supply is plummeting as Clem's attack here is just punishing the Lurker timing. As the first Lurkers are popping, Clem's already in position. And Clem takes a 2-1. Returns the series into